I want to talk about this right now. So, Blizzard have announced WoW Hardcore. Great news, not earth-shattering news. We all knew it was coming. They had already said that they were working on official Hardcore servers. I think they're on the PTR already, and they're coming in the summer. Fantastic, brilliant, excellent work. There's a couple of really interesting things about the Hardcore servers. One of them, which I think is an absolute fucking pussy move, is that when your character dies on a hardcore server, you can transfer it to a non-hardcore server and carry on playing it. That is so fucking pussy. Like, I am appalled by this news. I think it's the worst news I've ever heard. It might make more people try hardcore. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't know. I think it's fine. No, wait, man. Yeah, wait for the revive tokens on the WoW shop. Yeah, whatever. Listen, I'm playing Diablo at the moment, and I'm really enjoying playing Diablo. But the only way I can actually enjoy Diablo is by playing hardcore. I've completed the campaign, really enjoyed the campaign, thought it was miles above Diablo 3's campaign. Just as like a cinematic experience, it was really, really fun. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed playing Diablo while I was doing the campaign and stuff like that. And I played a bit of endgame. I got to like level 60 and I was already bored shitless of like just the endgame loop. I was like, that's a shame, because like I want to play Diablo, but I can't, it's not fun for me, you know, beyond like the campaign, which is kind of the case for Diablo 3 as well, honestly. However, playing it hardcore has, you know, it is much more fun that way. And I've lost a lot of hardcore characters. I think I'm on like my 6th hardcore character now. I'm 59 right now with my hardcore characters. So presuming he doesn't die, he will become my most like leveled character in the entire game, beyond even like the one I did the campaign on that was certainly not hardcore. Died a lot. And for me, that excitement of you know, losing your character forever if you die is a major part of enjoying it. And I don't think I would enjoy that as much if I could just transfer my hardcore character to a non-hardcore server afterwards. It's a bit like, and you know, I'm reluctant to use this comparison, but you know, it's a bit like the whole Jesus thing. You know, the confusion I had in school when we learnt about Jesus, and we had a very Christian teacher, and it was sold as the whole like he made the ultimate sacrifice. The ultimate sacrifice. He died for all our sins. It's like, yeah, that's pretty wild, man. That's a pretty good sacrifice, fair dues. And it's like, he did, but he did come back to life 3 days later. And, you know, as far as ultimate sacrifices go, I feel like it could have been more ultimate if he hadn't come back to life 3 days later. It's like, you know, I kind of feel like any human dying who doesn't come back to 3 days later, life 3 days later, is kind of like a bigger sacrifice than that. You know, and I don't want to speak for Jesus. I don't know the guy, right? And like, I just feel like, honestly, there are people in this chat that I would die for if I could come back to life 3 days later. That's all. And, you know, I wouldn't see it as the ultimate sacrifice if I was doing it. That's all I'm saying. Like, my son, my daughter, my wife, I would die for, no strings attached. I would die for and go to hell for them. Jesus died, came back to life 3 days later, and went to heaven. I just think it's nice, thank you, but I always thought describing it as the ultimate sacrifice was cheapening it a little bit, cheapening the word ultimate a little bit. And that's kind of how I feel about transferring dead hardcore tunes to a non-hardcore server in WoW Classic. Right? Like, for me, having a hardcore character on a hardcore server, it dying and then transferring to a non-hardcore server, it's kind of like Jesus coming back to life. It kind of cheapens the whole thing. I know. Clearly alternative, clearly affirmative action. No, clearly nepotism. Clearly massive nepotism. Oh yeah, look, dude, the crucifixion would have hurt, right? Yeah, definitely. Like, please, I'm not undoing like the trauma of the crucifixion, right? All I'm saying is there were people getting crucified that day who didn't know that they would come back to life in 3 days and who didn't know they were going to heaven. So I think their experience was worse. I'm just saying, like, literally on the day Jesus was crucified, there were other people getting crucified who didn't even know that they, weren't even there in the knowledge they were going to come back to life in 3 days. And I think it might have been harder for them, honestly. That's the thing about being Jesus, right? It's, you know that you win at the end. It's like, it's good. And you invent the table. Inventing the table. Excellent work. Well done, Jezzy. Well done, Jez. So yeah, look, and whatever, man. If it's gonna make more people play hardcore, I think transferring to a non-hardcore server when you die, I think that's fantastic. Congratulations, really, really pleased for you. The other thing that I'm really interested in, which is why I've opened this article right now, is the dueling. And this is where I think Hardcore Classic has the potential to be one of the coolest hardcore games around and to be just like legitimately brilliant. Is dueling in hardcore can be like a life or death situation, and I think that is beautiful. I think that's wonderful. Can you imagine a duel to the fucking death, like a level 60 duel to the death tournament? Holy shit. I would watch the level 60 duel to the death tournament avidly. I would wake up in the middle of the night to watch that fucking tournament. Are you kidding me? It would be incredible. I would pay-per-view that shit. Yeah, I would. Holy shit. I'd actually watch one of the world first streams to watch that shit, with them going into adverts every 5 seconds. I'm having anxiety thinking about it. Not me. Couldn't be me, Ibrahim, because I'm sitting here knowing that I will never, ever fucking do it. So there's literally zero anxiety for me. My anxiety is non-existent, because I'm sitting here like, could never be me. Could never be fucking me. I get to just enjoy other people's pain and misery, and I love it. In fact, hardcore is kind of like Hollywood portrays VR games, like in Ready Player One, astonishingly bad movie where you play in a massive world with thousands of other players who can harm you, but one death and your avatar is just gone. Yeah, well, I'm completely into it. Now, if it was me making hardcore, and, obviously I wouldn't be caring about how many people were playing it, because I ain't give a shit, but I'd be like, when you die, pussy, and, you have to, you're not even allowed to start a new character for a day. Once your hardcore character dies, you have to stay in you have to clock 12 hours of wandering around the world just as a fucking ghost before you're even allowed to start a new hardcore character. Your account locks until you've put in a solid 12 hours of just walking around Azeroth as a fucking ghost, and then you're allowed to delete that character and start a new one. Or you got to go to Shadowlands and play through that. Hardcore should require that you remain logged in, otherwise your character just forgets how to breathe. Completely agreed. Anyway, I want to learn more about this string of ear thing. I'm fascinated by it. So Azalon, who is a member of the community, posted this on the forums. We can start earning trophies for string of ears at level 10. But two friends can level many ults to 10 to increase the stat count of each other's mains. Dudes, I'm going to lay this down as a community unspoken rule right now. If you're dueling to the death at anything other than level 60 or at a pinch, level 59, you're a fucking pussy and you're not doing it right. If you are dueling to the death at level 10, you're a fucking pussy. If you're dueling to the death at level 20, you're a fucking pussy. If you're dueling to the death at level 30, you're the pussmeister. If you're dueling to the death at level 40, there is none more pussy than you. If you're dueling to death at level 50, all right, okay, it's a bit better, but still, pussy galore. If you're not doing it at level 60 or 59, don't even fucking call me. I don't want to watch your live stream. I don't give a shit. Nah. Do I want to watch a tournament where level 10s are fucking dueling to the death? Piss off, mate. Piss off. I'll rummage through my own shit looking for pennies before I watch that. You give me the tournament at fucking level 60. Level 60, level 59, at a pinch. Okay, I want a dueling tournament to the death which is made up entirely of level 60s. There's one level 59 in there, and he gets more money if he wins. There are different metas at different levels that are interesting. No. I'm sorry, Jeff DMK. If I want to watch the metas at different levels of dueling, okay, I will just watch normal dueling on a normal on a normal fucking realm, okay? No one is watching dueling on a hardcore realm because they care about the different metas, all right? Fuck off with that shit. No one is on the hardcore realm watching the different levels of dueling because of the different fucking metas. No, they're there because they want to see blood, because they want to see death, because they want to see characters that have had hours of work and love and sweat and tears put into them wiped out of fucking existence. That's why we're there. We want to see people fucking deleted. That's why we're there. We want to be entertained. We don't give a shit about the fucking metas. I don't care about the fucking metas. I want to see people get smushed. The end. And if I do care about metas, I'll watch some other stream. What about leveling bracket tournaments, where once you reach a certain level, you have to win a duel against another character that is in your level to proceed with leveling? What, kind of like some Darwinian survival of the fittest? So, like, if you get to level 60, you've already murdered people in duels up to that point. I could see fun in that, but that requires far too much commitment from me as a viewer. Okay, like what I really want to see is I want to tune in for half an hour. This is what I want. I want to tune in for half an hour. I want to see, I want like people to come online. I want to be like, hello, my name is John. I have put like 170 hours into this character, speed leveling them up to level 60, and I'm taking part in this duel. I like long walks in the countryside and the smell of leaves in autumn. And boom, that motherfucker gets deleted. He's gone. He's dead. He's gone forever. That character's fucking dead. I don't even fucking remember his name, but John will. John will remember his name for fucking ever. John will be like, no, my character. And it's like, yeah, what character? I don't remember no fucking character. Was there a character standing here? Well, there's no fucking character standing here now, is there? What are you even talking about? That's what I want to watch, okay? That's what I want to watch. I want to see characters that have had hours of love, genuine love put into them, fucking deleted, off the map, forever, gone. And that's what you want to see too. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Facts. This is more than I've ever talked about any dueling competition in Classic or Retail ever. Why do I suddenly care? Because of the death, because of the blood, because of the deletion, because of the heartache, because of the wasted hours. For what? Nothing. For literally nothing. I'm so into it. I'm so into this. Blizz, okay? I know I'm persona non gratis at the moment, right? Please. I know nothing about like dueling in Classic. Please hire me to be the host of this. I will do it for free. Please. I think I could really host this very well. It's like watching Robot Wars. You don't watch it for the robots, you watch it for the utter despair on the faces of the losers when their robot is destroyed beyond repair. 100%. And I very, very much appreciate that Robot Wars, like, oh my god, yeah. You get this team and it'd be like a dad and his 4 kids, or like an IT teacher and the 4 kids, and they'd come on, they'd be like, we call this Dust Devil, and he's got a little blade that spins round him like that, and a tiny little hammer, and he's really good, and he's basically just some balsa wood stuck on, you know, a fucking like remote control car. How many hours do you think you put into making this, little Timmy? Dad worked it out. It was about 1,000 hours, you know, just getting the wiring just right, making sure it's reinforced on the hull and stuff like that. And they get in the arena, Sergeant Bash comes along and fucking annihilates that motherfucker with like one hit. It kind of spins around a little bit, and then Sergeant Bash comes out and is like, boom, destroyed. Amazing. Loved that show. And that's what I want hardcore classic dueling to be all about. We've actually made a quick adjustment here and raised the minimum level to earn or grant stacks of strings of ears to level 19. This should reflect in our next PTR build sometime next week. 19 is still too low. 19 is still way too low. Okay, well, I've given my view on this. Where do they explain the string of ears thing? How does this? Can someone link me an article with a string of ears thing? I need to know how the string of ears thing works. I'll find out. Hang on. Brilliant. Duel to the death. A new feature that's been added to Hardcore Realms, Duel to the death. To issue a duel to the death, you will need to right-click on the target's portrait and request a duel to the death. A duel to the death can also be triggered by selecting the target and typing Makgora in your chat window. Before commencing combat, both parties must read and acknowledge a warning message and type I agree to begin. As one might expect, a duel to the death is permanent, just like any other death in Hardcore Realms. We feel that this is going to be an extremely exciting addition to Hardcore Realms for those who like to play at the highest possible stakes. Fucking love it. Since bragging rights are important, we'll be tracking the number of kills you receive in duels to the death. Hang on. Kills you stack up, surely. Not kills you receive, kills you score. You're not going to need to keep track as kills you receive, are you? It's never going to be more than fucking one, is it? I think you mean kills you score, mate. Each time you win a duel to the death, you will receive a trophy, and the stat count on this buff will increase by 1. Anyone who clicks on your character will be able to see what a frightful combatant you are by the number of ears you've collected. There are some limitations to this, however, as you cannot earn the String of Ears buff before level 10, 19 now. Oh, do you know what? I thought it sounded like, when it said displayed on your character, I don't know why, but I pictured a wearable. I pictured, like, a special, like, graphic on your actual, like, model, like a neck piece that had, like, a fucking ear on it. For the person you killed, which would get filled out with other ears. Why not make that happen, WoW? You've got months before this motherfucking game comes out. Make it happen. How hard would that be? Yeah, exactly. Imagine all those ears. Who's gonna have fucking 7 ears, though? Really? Yeah, 19 is still too high for the, like, it's gotta be, I know it doesn't exactly take like 10 minutes to level to 19 in Classic, right? But, we're at a stage now where even on hardcore servers, people are like, they've got that shit down, right? I feel like hardcore, there's very little, like, fear for a lot of hardcore runners anymore. They, those first, like, 20, 30 levels are kind of robotic in a way. And it's just getting through them, and I feel like, yeah, it shouldn't even count until like a more significantly high number than 19 personally, because otherwise it is kind of open for abuse. I want this shit to mean something. Awesome, but fantastic idea. It's going to make loads and loads of money for Blizz. The internet loves it, and I think the single most genius idea about it is absolutely 100% the duel to the death. I'm sold on it. I love it. It's brilliant. Am I going to take part in it? Fuck no. Absolutely not. Will I take part in official WoW hardcore servers at all? Even once? Maybe. But if I did, I certainly wouldn't do the duel to the death.